Welcome back, everyone, as we are here with our final match of the first round of our Diamond Playbutton Championship Tournament, where we got ourselves Antisepticeye going up against Death. And at the end of the video, N60's roster for the Rumble show will be revealed, so make sure you stick around for that. But as Antisepticeye comes into the ring, I want to talk about the rivalry between these two and how it started and why it is happening. Death was the leader of the Graveyard Crew, which involved Antisepticeye and the Half Bros. However, in the Rumble show, Antisepticeye and Darkiplier lost a tag match, and the blame was pushed to Antisepticeye. Since then, there was a punishment that hit towards Antisepticeye, and he was banished from the team. Now, he wants revenge, and he's going to start by getting this win against Death. Death, the leader of the Graveyard Crew, coming into the ring. He's got a lot of power, and he was a part of the villain squad when there was the heroes versus villains stuff. But as you see right now, we have our bracket for the tournament. Popular MMOs got the win against Chosen, and Seth freaking Rollins got the win against Levy, which they will be having a match in the next round. And Crit and Blue, Crit got the win against Blue, which means Crit will face the winner of tonight in the next round. It's gonna be an interesting match as Death slowly making his way into the ring, embracing his darkness. He is Death himself. But yes, Death was a part of the villains in the Heroes vs. Villains era of the N60 show. So, without further ado, let's get this match underway. Antisepticeye versus Death. Referee Shenwu rings the bell, and Antisepticeye coming in with a running knee to start this match off. He's going to show all the aggression and frustration that he's had with Death since he was banished from the Graveyard Crew. As Death now retaking control with a big stomp to the chest. Now in the second rope, big shoulder charge connects. Now grabbing on to the waist of Anti and a huge flapjack into the canvas. Death gonna try and keep the control with his strength in this match. Anti's gonna have to try and find it through his speed, which we love to see those matchups of speed versus strength, but Death definitely gonna have this upper hand in the match. But Anti is not gonna go down without a fight. As these two really going at each other. Big boot from Anti. Death goes to the outside. I think Anti was trying for a top rope move, but he'll adjust to the outside. Big kick straight to the face, onto the outside. Very nice move from Anti. Throwing Death into the steel steps. As Anti now just kind of eyeing Death on the floor there. It's kind of what he wants, and that maybe gave Death a little bit of time to get those elbows in. Good reversal, though, from Anti to keep himself in this match, throwing him into the barricade. Death, though, with another reversal, just slamming Anti into the ground. We're at a count of 6. This is dangerous. Big toss into the steel steps again. Death going back into the ring as he waits for Anti, who runs back into the ring. Wait, he's on the apron. Big right hand. Count of 7. Tries to come in with a kick. Doesn't work. Gets the knee instead. Now Anti tried for a move there. Takes a right hand. Big right hand reversed by Anti. Now some knees. Kicks. Right hands. And a chop. That's now thrown into the top left corner. Anti, big knee. And now grinding his foot into the face of Death running from turnbuckle to turnbuckle, gets a big boot. Haven't seen a pin yet in this match. Anti with a huge Uranagi to death. Here's the first pin of the match. 1, 2, and a kick out. Shenwu on that count as Death kicks out at 2. Anti now following Death, who rolls out onto the outside, a big knee to the face, and you can already see now Anti's gained full control. And Death is in a little bit of a dangerous situation here, taking some heavy strikes from Anti. Doesn't have an answer. As Anti's back to the ring, he's bouncing off the ropes and diving through it all. Might have hurt himself with that suicide dive. But nonetheless, he's back to his feet and he feels on fire. It's hard to decide who is the hero in this match. You could say it's Anti because he was the one who got assaulted by his own team, but there are still a lot of evil tendencies in Anti's mind. As a nice leg sweep from Death regains control. Good reversal there though by Anti, who's keeping control, and now hold on. Hoisting him up for that jackhammer finishing move, but no, reels out of it. Chop block from Death. And oh, Death Valley bomb connects. Hands are near the ropes. 1, 2, and a kick out. Anti's still in this match. Death a little surprised to see Anti kicking out at that. Maybe he was expecting to win the match right there. But he's going to look maybe for his finishing move. Has him up in a powerbomb position. Last ride connects. Here's the pin. 1, 2, and oh no. Anti's still kicking out at 2. Now into a headlock. Submission locked in. Onto Anti. He reels out of it though. Tries for a move, they bump into each other. Big spinning back fist Shay to William the Conqueror. And a running knee. As Death just trying to keep himself on his feet. He knows what Anti's trying to do. As he's just slowly grabbing onto the rope, but Anti keeps knocking him down. Now more strikes, more combos. As Death goes down for another, for like the 5th time. Again, Anti tries to go for his signature move, the Antisepticeye punch, but it's just not working. Death keeps getting back up, went for a move there, that's reversed. Anti now has him up, looking for that jackhammer. He gets it, here's the pin. 1, 2, and oh no! I thought Anti had it there. But Death kicked out at 2, and you can't believe it. As Anti going for another one. Hoisting up. Death for another jackhammer. Wait. Yeah, I saw that too. Foot touching the rope. Shenwu calls the rope break, and Anti is not happy about that. Sizing up the ref, and oh my goodness, a huge knee from Anti as he's going to the outside, and oh no, he's got a steel chair. That is not good, but in comes Death. Huge clothesline. And now he's going to use the chair on Anti. Huge chair shot. And another one. More chair shots to Anti, and this is not good. Shenwu slowly getting to his feet. He didn't see any of the chair shots, which means he can't call for a disqualification. And Death Valley Bomb connects. Anti in a really bad position here. You can see he's looking exhausted. He's looking beaten down. Doesn't look like he has any life left. And last ride. There it is. Shenwu injured. He's going to go for the pin though. That's 1, 2, And that's 3. And Death gets the victory. And wow, Anti fought as hard as he could. But in the end, Death came out on top, and the Graveyard Crew will remain on top as well. Anti is not going to like that loss that he took, but he'll have to cope with it, and he'll have to get his revenge some other time, which means Crit will be facing Death in the second round, and I know Crit is not happy about that. He's probably a little bit scared. But like I said, we were going to point out the Rumble draft picks for the N60 show. These are the people who are going to the Rumble show. It's going to be Jason Mayer, Baby Blanket, Darkiplier, Death, Timmy Terror, Henry Horseman, William the Conqueror, Cartoons, Eric TDM, Mr. 887, Richard the Lionhearted, N60 Sean, of course, Dan TDM, H2O Delirious, and Popular MMOs for the men's side. For the women's side, we have Brooke Danger, Pokimane, Deborah, and Liv Morgan in the women's division, as well as an unknown pick that they are going to reveal later on. Hope you had a great time tonight. I will see you next time. Good night, everyone.